hope y'all is in great mental spirits and great health. But the point of this video is don't ever give up. If you know where you're going, people will follow you. I promise you, everybody needs somebody to follow. If you know where you're going, people will follow. You got to listen to this. So I'm bringing my girl to work. I drop her off at work. But as soon as I leave, there's a detour. Me being from the city, I'm like, damn, at least I know my way around. So I'm bobbing and weaving in and out of side streets, skirt down a side street. But then I realize in my rearview mirror that I got a couple cars behind me. I take a right, they take a right. I take a left, they take a left. I'm like, these guys following me? So I pull up to the light. That's when I realized the car directly behind me had out-of-state plates. So I decided to do one of these, hey, are they following me? I'll put my blinker to the right. They put the blinker to the right. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. I'm like, they are following me. So I know I'm going straight. I'm not going to the right, but I just wanted to see. That's just me. My ADHD just had me curious. So out of curiosity, that's why I did that. I knew I was going straight, so I went straight. Decided to go straight, they went straight. But not realizing that my house is right up at the end of the street. So now I have a decision to make. Do I pull into my driveway or keep proceeding to the local bodega where I get my energy drink because it's going to lead them to the other side of the detour? I knew these guys had to go to work and stuff. And, you know, in my little mind, I was like, man, I should mess with them and just turn right into my driveway. But I had that decision to make. So I said, I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys let me know what I did in the comments, what I decided to do. But the moral of this story is, don't give up. There are so many people out there that are willing to follow you. There are so many people out there that need guidance. There are so many people that actually need some of the knowledge you have or some of the experiences you are going through right now. They need to hear that. They need to hear justification of, hey, I'm going through this too. And this same person is going through it, and you might just be able to help somebody, but they will follow you. And you guys might have parallel lives, parallel universes, and there's things they can learn off of you. And there's experiences they might not. But guess what? On that journey, some might follow, some might veer their own way. You never know. If I pulled up into my driveway, they would have veered their own way and figured out their own path. If I went to the bodega, they would have got to the other side of the street, on the other side of the detour. My point is this. The only way you are going to get anybody to follow you is you need to know where you're going. You have to have a clear-cut path of where you're going. There might be detours in life, but guess what? There's always a way around it, and it might take you longer to get to your destination, but you will make it to your destination as long as you know where that is. You need to know where that is. For some of us, we don't know where we're going. Some of us are like the out-of-state plate behind me. Did not know where they were going because they veered off path. But guess what? There's only one way to do that, is to know where you are going. Always find your way forward. We don't need GPS for this, guys. We don't need GPS. All we need is this right here. This is your GPS right here. It's your memory, your mental health. As long as you are in good spirits and you stay consistent and you continue doing what you're doing and you know your path, it doesn't matter the time. You will get home. You will make it there. But you have to keep moving forward. I have ADHD. Okay? My mind is like an engine that's constantly going, revving, zzz, but won't switch gears. It won't kick in a gear. It's just continuously spinning, but not moving. And I have to learn how to control that and focus in order to get through. In order to continue going forward, I have to. So where my mind it'll take a little while, like a bad transmission, to kick in a gear before it goes. A lot of you have the ability to just move forward. And hey, that's great. For me, I have to work a little harder. For some have to work a little less. It might be easier. But we all have something in common. It's the will, the drive to want to do it. You have to have that will. You have to have that drive. So me, I have the drive. I have the will. I just have this thing where my mind don't think normal, like normal people do. My mind doesn't process information the same way. So it might take me a half an hour to do something that only takes you 2 minutes to do when it comes to reading or when it comes to understanding something that you have read or processing information. Sometimes I process information real quick. Sometimes I process a lot of useless information. Ask me anything about lions. I could tell you anything about lions, hyenas, anything like that, or anything about King Tut, all of that. And now it might not be useless, but it's useless in my life because I don't plan on being a veterinarian. I don't plan on being, being a historian. I'm not into wildlife, but I'm into wildlife, but that's not my goal, is to do something in wildlife. My goal is to be a content creator. My goal is to be up here doing this. So I take what I have. And what I have is the good thing that comes with ADHD is you're very outgoing. You're very outspoken. Bad thing is you don't know when to wait your turn to speak. A lot of times you cut people off, which is why this is good for me because it could be a strength because I could just continue to ramble and talk and some might listen and some might not. But we take our strengths, we apply them to our path and we move forward. Then you work out those muscles that you don't have. The one that says, hey, fear, you got to work that out. You got to work that out your system. You have to work out that side of your memory that says fear does not apply here. We have to get that out of here. Then we also have paralysis. That I suffer from a lot. Is analysis paralysis, whatever you want to call it. I have mental paralysis when it comes to doing things because I think of 10 million different things to do and I go crazy. I go bonkers. Like, did I take out the trash? Did I do this? I got to go do this. I have to, oh my God, I forgot to pay this bill. I got to go to court. There's just so many things that go into my head. Did I do all of that? And if I don't get it done all right now, in that time that I thought of it, I feel like a failure. But I have to work through that mental state. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It takes a lot for me to kick in a gear because of all the thoughts that run through my head at once. It is a madhouse up here. I'm telling you. It is such a mess up there. I hoard so many thoughts. I'm telling you, there is no cleaning company that wants to come and clean this up because they can't. I have to do it myself. I have to clean up the mess in my head. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is no matter what it is that you feel like is holding you back, might be your 9 to 5 that you say, hey, I can't get these videos done or I can't do social media because I have a 9 to 5 and it's holding me back. Well, no, it's not. Can you pick up a camera during your break? Can you pick up a camera during your 15 minutes? Yes, you can. And you might even be better than me. You might not even have to think about things. You could just pick it up and just start talking about anything. Me, I have to go through experience. If I have an experience, that's what will motivate me. Like this experience that I was just explaining to you with Bree, dropping her off. It made me think of, wow, you know what? People need someone to follow. And it's just like you. You're watching. Everybody needs somebody to follow. And as human beings, it's human nature to do that. It's human nature to mimic. It's human nature to watch, observe. You know what I mean? So make fun. Have fun. Do everything you want to do. Just turn the camera on or open that book. Pay attention in that class and you will get to where you need to be. Just remember to know where you are going and people will follow. That being said, love and respect to all of y'all. Hope all of y'all is doing great. Hope all of y'all get some insight from this. But that's my little story. I'm out.